What's happening, family? I just finished my workout. It comes to my attention every, like, once a week. Like, every week it comes to my attention that a lot of people that followed me last year for my Big Brother content have not found my page. This video does not have any other agenda aside from to let the people who have not learned about my new page know about my new page. Let me see if I'm able to type in here. Nope, I'm not able to type in here, unfortunately. But the page name that I am currently doing all of my reality TV content on is called Mindful Reality. And reality is not spelled like the regular reality. It's REALITEA. I've transferred all of my content over there. It's been a slow, painful process. It's honestly hard to have built up 2,000 followers on this page and then transfer over to another page, and it's like, where are all those people? Did they park the car? Did they jump out of the car? I have like 190 subscribers over there. That page is not monetized yet. I got a goal of getting it monetized by the end of the season. But I'm grinding over there. I have 290 videos. I have an interview that I just did with Hannah. I have an interview that I'm going to be posting on Saturday that I did with Turner from last season. I've got an interview that I did with Shoebomb. The Shoebomb interview would have been posted already, honestly, but there's behind the scenes things, nothing to do with him as to why that is not posted yet. But that will definitely be posted. I did an interview with somebody else who you guys know. I've posted that. I've posted about that interview, and it was supposed to be up a long time ago, but I don't have the footage, so that's why it's not up. It's been really hard not to have that interview, because that was, I think, my best piece of work, and it was very personal, and I hope that you guys are able to see it. Can you link the other page, Maintenance Chick? Thank you. The Mindful Reality page. Is this on the Mindful Reality page? I thought that I posted on the Music and Mental Health page, because that was my intent. Because if this is on the Mindful Reality page, then I am about to just close this. Is this on my Music and Mental Health page? If so, then I thought that's where I was intending to post this. Okay, so this is on the right page, I think. Yeah, so I'm just kind of holding this space and holding this post open, just to let anybody who has not followed me on the other page know that I have another page. I know that a lot of people probably think that I just stopped posting. Like, where's the guy who was posting about Big Brother? I'm still posting about Big Brother. The reason why I transferred pages is because I'm trying to expand and grow. Okay, so there was limits to me posting here, because when I started with this page, it wasn't supposed to be a reality TV coverage page. It was supposed to be a page where I talk about mental health, where I talk about my background with mental health, where I give some lessons that I've learned through work that I do as a counselor, and therapy that I have received, and just things that I have learned over the years. And then I just happened to start posting about Big Brother, and that got me a lot of attention. People thought that I was posting about Big Brother for years. It was literally 1 month. I got my 1,000 subscribers in 1 month, And at one point, before I had to delete 75% of my videos, I had like 2 million views. So then people were like, I realized when I started reaching out to people from the shows for interviews, it was like, oh, what is your page? And then I'm like, okay, here's the page. Oh, they're like music and mental health. So what does that have to do with reality TV? That number one. Number two, people were telling me they had to type in music and mental health Big Brother Mark just to find me in the search engine. So I'm like, I appreciate y'all for doing that, but that's a lot. Um, I've already had more people now tell me they were able to find me in the YouTube algorithm than people were finding me in the algorithm last year. I got found in the algorithm by accident, pretty much, last year. You know, like, people were like, I just happened to be looking around on YouTube, and then all of a sudden your thing popped up, and I was like, oh, who's this guy? And then they found my page that way. So I won't call it an accident. You know, I put in the work, I built up the audience, and now I'm trying to build up the audience again. But I need y'all. I need anybody who was following me last year, anybody who appreciated my content and all the things the work that I put in and the things that I bring to the table, to follow my page, Mindful Reality. Mindful Reality. I actually have that page linked in my description. I'm not able to type it in right now because I didn't join through StreamYard. Thank you, MC. StreamYard allows me to type, but apparently if I go on directly through YouTube, it does not allow me to type. So therefore, but MC put that in the chat. So I'm going to hold this open. I'm going to hold this open for a little while. And this is just basically open forum. What is going on over here? This is just basically an open forum topic. I guess I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with Big Brother. I've been covering it from day one this time. I did a preview video when I saw all the cast list. At that time, I did not know about Cerie's edition. I attended the Big Brother premiere party, which was hosted by Aza from Big Brother season 23. What's up, Ashley? I attended the premiere party. I have all that content on my other page, which you need to go follow, Mindful Reality. MC kindly posted that in the chat. I was really excited when Cerie joined the cast. I'm still excited about her being there with her son Jared. It's been very interesting. Jared is not like her. Cerie is more cerebral, no pun intended. She's like a cerebral, tactical player who knows how to hold her cards to the vest. And he's a guy who does a lot. I say that he gives me used car salesman vibes, with all due respect. He does a lot of talking. Like, he feels like he has to do a lot to have this game under control. And the thing with the Big Brother game is you have to be able to control the game without people thinking that you're in control of the game. Because as soon as people are like, this person is in control of the game, and speaking of which, that's the same problem that I have with Izzy. I'm like, Izzy is a player who wants to have her hand in every pot. She cannot just put the ingredients in the pot and then let everything start cooking on its own. She's got to keep coming back and checking the pot, adjusting the temperature, and throwing different things in there. I think this needs more. Oh, I love the super chat. Thank you, MC, I believe that was MC. Thank you so much for the super chat. I have not seen a super chat in a few months. That's because I've been going live on the other page that doesn't have super chats available. So that's not on y'all, but I have been doing all of my content and coverage for free thus far this season, so I appreciate that. Live feed funds. Yeah, so Izzy, so ironically, she talks like Izzy is her other child, even though Izzy is working for her by default, working with her by default of being like, I know your secret, and if you don't work with me, I'm gonna expose your secret. So she basically has two emotional children that fight with each other, Izzy and Jared. So I think that Sari is stronger than she can play by herself. I think that when Sari has to play with other people, and especially somebody like her son, who she clearly, loves so dearly, it makes the game much harder for her, because now she's not only trying to win, she's trying to keep the other two under control. Yeah, two children that talk a lot. And now, in addition to the talking, Jared has this crush on Blue that is clearly changing the game and the game plan for him. Because when he first came in, it was like, I have no ties in this game. I'm just doing whatever is best for me and my mom, like trying to help my mom win the game. But now it's like he's playing his game, but then he's falling for Blue, and falling for Blue is distorting the way that he's thinking about his team. And I like Blue. And I like Jared, actually, I do. But I don't really see him winning this game. I think there's just too much going on with him. And I think that a lot of these people that came on this season, not just him, but a lot of them, feel like they have the game in the palm of their hands. Like they just know everything about this game. They're playing checkers when it's a chess game. Anything that is going to be 100 days long is going to be extremely torturous. Is going to be extremely torturous for anybody, no matter how smart you are, no matter what your profession is, no matter how well you planned things out. And I'm sure in Jared's case, he had a long talk with his mom before he got on there, because, CBS brought them in as a package deal. So they were probably game planning and prepping. Like, my mom has been on 6 TV shows. My mom has been on 6 different shows. Not just have you had her in the house with you, you had a chance to watch and review. I'm sure he watched all the seasons that she was on, possibly multiple times, right? When you get into the house, your mental is tested, your emotional is tested, especially in my opinion with a game like Big Brother. I think Big Brother is one of the hardest games. Like, physically, yes, the challenge is like a very hard game, because you got to do swimming challenges and endurance and puzzles and stuff. But a huge challenge for me, I always tell people, Big Brother is one of the shows that I would least like to go on. And all my channel followers used to be like, yo, are you going to apply for Big Brother? And I would be like, believe it or not, Big Brother is the last show that I would want to be on. Because I could just imagine being trapped in that environment. Who knows what kind of people you get in there with you. You might get somebody who's racist. You might get somebody who has anger issues. Um, you know what? Did you watch the last season of Survivor MC? So I met a lot of those people from the last season of Survivor. I think the last season of Survivor was what? Survivor 44, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Survivor 44. And one of the people that I met from Survivor 44 was, what's her name? What the heck is her name? It's gonna bother me. I met her twice now. I cannot think of her name for the life of me, but I will think of it later. I'll probably think of it as soon as I turn this live off. But there was a woman from Survivor 44 that I spoke to, and I asked her about the difficulty of playing Survivor. And she actually told me that she didn't find it difficult. She didn't stay to the end, but she was like, I was there for 8 days. But I don't know. I think that I would rather do Survivor. Honestly, if I had a choice between Survivor and Big Brother, I would rather do Survivor. The only thing that would bother me the most, aside from obviously the food issue, the lack of food, would be anything where I'm submerged underwater. Miss me with that. Because I'll do anything else, but anything that involves me being submerged under the water, I'm not doing that. But you know what I would be doing? The Gabler approach. I know a lot of people didn't like Gabler, and they're like, yo, this guy coasted to a win. But look at Matthew. Remember Matthew from last season, where he was like, oh, it was my lifelong dream to get on Survivor. And then he was bored one day and randomly climbed up a tree or something and fell out of it and dislocated his shoulder. I'm like, yo, my goal is to conserve that energy. I'm not doing anything outside of what Jeff asks me to do. Now, I probably wouldn't have been as laid back and relaxed as him, right? Because I would be looking for idols and stuff like that, but I would be taking naps because that's what I do in my day to day. Like in my everyday day to day, I'm chilling. There's an ambulance behind me. Alright. Okay. Now why are you not moving? Okay. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see what this says here. You cut an episode or two of the game. Oh, so you don't watch Survivor? Well, I've only seen, what, 3? I think I've seen 3 seasons. But yeah, it is a shorter and much more fast-paced game. So I'm not diminishing I'm not diminishing how hard the game of Survivor is. It does look hard, but it's a lot faster than Big Brother. Big Brother is like a long... You're playing the long game when you're playing Big Brother. Like, I bet you by the time you get to like day 20, 25, and you're not even a third of the way through, you're like, when does this end? I always say that if I was on Big Brother, I would prefer to get out before jury than to be there and be like 5th place, 6th place, 4th place. I'd rather eat slop than bugs. So you would prefer Big Brother. I would not prefer Big Brother. Just because it's like it's so long. I think it's so long. So I've only been on one cruise in my life, right? And I went on this cruise in 2019 with my friend, with my brother from high school. And the cruise was supposed to be 7 days, and it was supposed to go to, where was it supposed to go? It was supposed to go to St. Martin, St. Kitts, and Bahamas or whatever. But there was a hurricane because we left from Tampa. I think we left from Tampa Bay, Florida. That's where our port was. So the hurricane rerouted the trip, so we spent like multiple days in Mexico and Cuba. We didn't even go to our original destinations, with the exception of the Bahamas. We did get to go to the Bahamas, but then we had to switch up and go to Cozumel, Mexico, and Honduras, and then we spent like 4 days hovering around in Cuba, waiting for the storm to subside, right? The first 3-4 days on the ship were cool. Like I was happy. It's like they have so many things to do. They got a theater in there. They got different shows and plays that you can go to. Like they got stores that you can shop in, whatever. Lots of things to do. By day like 5, 6, I was like, it's the same people on this ship. We don't get to see anybody else. There's no, like, well, we did have a TV, but my phone reception was basically not working in there. And I had to pay you pay for like a phone package or like an internet package. For anyone who's ever been on those things, they get you with the internet packages, because even if you have international roaming, it's spotty over the water. So unless you have an internet package, you're barely able to use your phone or communicate with anybody, right? So I remember after day 5, day 6, I was like, get me off of this ship. And I remember by day 13, I was like, man, I just want to get off. Just I need to touch land, and I need to be somewhere aside from on this ship before I go crazy. So I equate that to thinking about the Big Brother environment, and I feel like I would feel similarly. And it's way longer, and it's way less for me to do. At least the ship had like 13 floors. You know, they had a pool that I could go into. I could go to the karaoke bar at night, do some karaoke. Like, it was not the worst thing in the world, but I am a person who likes my space and my freedom. I like my space to maneuver, and I like my freedom to go when I need to go. And I couldn't imagine I'm stuck with a high who's like overbearing and overwhelming, and I have to keep talking to this person because we're stuck in the house until they get evicted. Even if everybody says, oh, we want Haitham out of the house, right? We want Haitham out of the house, and we got this big plan to backdoor him. You don't know if you can get him out of the house. You know that he can't play the POV. I mean, you know that he can't play the HOH next week. But what happens if somebody who happens to be aligned with him wins and doesn't put him up? Or what happens if you're like, we're for sure putting him through the back door, and then he wins the power veto, or the person who wins the power veto doesn't use the power veto? This mosquito needs to get out of my car. The person doesn't use the power veto, and he's still up there. And even if everything goes according to plan, you have a minimum of another 7 days with this dictator. So I love being away from people. The last time I was ever in a situation where I had people that I was with that I didn't want to be around, I called those people family. Love you, family, but everybody knows that you've been in those situations with family where it's like, I love my family, but I need to get out of the house and go for a drive, or I need a vacation from them. That's life, 13 days. This store is new, and the cafeteria is new, and the water park they have on the top floor is new. All the different areas that you can go to are new, and the people are new. But then you're like, sorry, it looks like it cut off for a little bit. That's one thing I'm tired of when I go live with my phone, is that when I go live, it's always spotty with YouTube specifically. Like when I go live with Instagram, or when I go live with other apps, it seems to be okay, but specifically when I go live with YouTube, it's always spotty like this, and I don't understand why. But like I said, I'm just holding on this space right now for the people who have been looking for me and saying, where's the guy who does the Big Brother coverage, to let y'all know I still cover Big Brother, I still cover the challenge, I still cover the Circle, the Traders, I still cover all my favorite shows, but not on this page. I have a new page called Mindful Reality. I have at least 2 interviews on there. I have a new interview that I'm not going to tell you guys about. Matter of fact, I have 2 new interviews coming up. One of them, I would say that I'm 75% sure it's going to go down. And the other one, I would say I'm more like 50% sure that it's going to go down. So that's why I'm not announcing either of those, because I only announce things that are 100%. I announced my Hannah interview. Karaoke, my go-to tunes for karaoke. Okay, let me go through those really quick. People killing, people dying, children hurting, hear them crying. Would you practice what you preach? Would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? That's one of them. What's the other one? Dun, 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 dun. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. New York, New York. I do Teddy Bear. I would sing that song, but I actually got a copyright strike on my channel for singing Teddy Bear. It had no background music. It was just me singing the song, Elvis Presley, Teddy Bear. I sang the song, and then it was like, the video has been blocked for copyright. I'm like, are you serious? Who's getting the money for that? Shoot. My singing must be good for them to have blocked my video because I sang a couple of verses of Elvis Presley, Teddy Bear. What's another one that I do? In the Jungle. In the Jungle is actually my default go-to song, and everybody loves it when I do that. And that was the first karaoke song that I ever did, because I always loved karaoke, but I was always nervous to sing in public because I'm not a singer. And then one time my job had like a karaoke night, and they were like, oh, Mark, get on up there. One of singing to myself, because I sing all the time, I just don't do it publicly often. So the song came on, I got the background track. It was like, a wimmawa, 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 jungle, I'm on my way. And then I got into the chorus, and I did all the dance moves I had with it. Not really dance moves, but my version of dance moves. I'm not a dancer. Yeah, those are my go-to karaoke songs. There's actually a, what does that say? I think I have all that stuff on this channel. I have clips of me doing the karaoke, and I have clips of that. I think I probably have a clip of me doing Teddy Bear at open mic night. I have a clip of me doing Where Is the Love, all those same songs, because I do the same songs usually because they're comfortable for me. They're within my register. I'm an instrumentalist. So I only really started adding the singing to it when I bought my ukulele, because the ukulele is an instrument that is nice for when you're strumming and singing together. So initially I just got it and I was just playing the notes and the chords, and then I added in the singing to it, and it's just something that I really enjoy. I love the ukulele. Sadly, I haven't done too much ukulele or music since my dad passed, because it was something that I used to do with him. I would bring my instruments to the nursing home, or when he was at home, I would do it at home, and he loved it. And it's kind of hard when you associate that kind of memory with somebody, and then, they're gone. That's the other thing that I wanted to mention on this channel, actually, because a couple of people who have not been on my channel in a while, since last year, came on the other channel, and they don't know what happened, because not everybody was around in the off season. But sadly, my dad lost his battle with dementia and Alzheimer's on April 16 of this year. So what are we today? August 17. So it was 3 months and a day. Yesterday was like the 3-month anniversary of that, and his birthday was August 29, so he would have been turning, when my grandmother passed, I had no idea. I just been the music and with him. I bonded with him doing the music with him. I bonded with him doing the music, so it's painful. Just painful. Just brought back just the memory of, I think I did play the song once or twice with family, but the motivation to pick it up alone has been, I have kept back up with the dedication to this channel, and a part of that is because of the fact that he told me a couple years ago that he really liked my channel. He saw my channel kind of by accident. I told this story on my other page, which, by the way, follow the other page, Mindful Reality. Please. I'm skipping the Challenge USA, which is, excuse me, they put the Challenge USA and Big Brother like back to back on Thursdays because of how the scheduling panned out with the writer's strike, which sucks for me because I love Challenge. And I love to decide if I'm going to do it just like that just yet. So don't hold me to that. It's possible that I will watch the Challenge after the Big Brother episode and then jump on for my recap at 10 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, sorry, not at o'clock. At 11 o'clock. And that's only because I don't mind watching it the next day, but the thing is, people jump in my comments and they're like, what did you think of the Challenge and such getting eliminated? And that pisses me off when I am trying to watch the show and then somebody spoils it for me in the comment section of me covering another show. This video is just to serve the purpose of letting y'all know that I am doing, depending on your car